Right then, welcome back to another vid. I've been in the house probably 5 minutes at best, and this was on the doorstep, as I try not to give away any addresses and what have you on there. I don't quite know why I showed the sides there. That was like, who cares? Who the bloody hell cares? But yeah, this was on the doorstep left by the postman this morning, or this afternoon. And it's some games which I bought from the UK on eBay, but kindly sent to me. I gave him the money, of course, but kindly sent to me by Pete. Stateside, my mate, your mate, everyone's mate. So, yeah, really pleased to get them. Now, basically what happened is, I was on eBay, as I always am, as you probably always are, and I saw a few games that I wanted, but on all occasions, for each game, all coming from a different seller, they wouldn't ship to America, they only ship to the States. And I just so happened to be talking to Pete, I think via Twitter. I don't usually use Twitter too much, but this day I was on it. And I just said to Pete, look, I don't, hope you don't mind me being a bit cheeky, can I get these sent to you? Because the seller won't send them to the States. And, Pete being the top lad he is, said, yeah, absolutely. So I did. Now, there should have been another one. I'll open the box up, like I say, very old school, unpacking, unboxing vid. But there should have been one more, and that would have been, and I don't mind telling you, and I will, it would have been, or should have been, Castlevania 4 on the SNES, the PAL version, obviously. Always PAL with me with retro, always, because that's nostalgia, and that's kind of what I'm all about. So I saw this game, Castlevania 4, on the SNES for, I think it was around about $50-something. It was a standard auction, and I thought, that's a pretty good price. boxed, come in a box protection sleeve, complete with instructions and all the rest of it. So I thought, I'll watch it. And I watched it for a couple of days, and then with about 5 seconds left, I put a bid in, and I won it. And I won it for around about, including shipping, is around about 75 quid. So quite a lot of money, but obviously it's an expensive and desirable game. And even more expensive, really, when you cater into account the conversion rate, because 75 quid was around about $125 or whatever it was, there or thereabouts. So a lot of money for one game, but I wanted it. It's a great game, it's kind of nostalgia, and all the rest of it. So I thought, I don't mind doing that. So I paid it, I paid the money, and it arrived with Pete, a few days later, whenever the guy or girl sent it to him. Excuse me. And then when all the games had arrived, because like I said, there's a few in here, 4 or 5, Pete did a video of all the games, just showing the condition, what was in good condition, what wasn't. And they're all fine, apart from Castlevania, which even though it was advertised as great condition or excellent or whatever it said, it was mangled, to be honest. The instructions were a little bit creased. I didn't have a problem with that, but the box was pretty knackered. I mean, you couldn't really tell by the pictures. And of course, if someone says great condition, you kind of listen to what they're saying or you read what they're saying. And understandably, you take it as gospel. So, and also the back of the cartridge was completely yellowed as well when Pete did the vid. Stunk of cigarettes apparently, and I just thought, I'm not having that. Even though technically it's a good price, it's not really a good price in that condition, if you see what I mean. So I'll bide my time, and I'll get another one. I'll get a replacement for it. It could be this year, it could be next, could be, who knows, many years in the future. But I don't mind paying a little bit more for something which is going to be in excellent condition. I'm just not going to get the first one that I see. I mean, I know I kind of did in this instance, but I didn't realise it was in bad condition because it was listed as great. So that's that. So I didn't get that one sent. Pete sent it back to the seller, and I'm in the process of getting my money back. And the seller seems to be fine. There's no problems there. But still, a little bit deceitful. I feel a bit bad saying deceitful because, I've talked to him, the seller, via email, and he seems like a nice guy. Or girl, not leaving their name on there, I guess. So I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. But either way, I'll get my money back. And that's that, so let's stop dwelling on that. So I'll open the box up, a little bit old school. I was going to, with the old scissors, I was going to cut the top, but I think I can kind of pull away at the bottom here, which is going to make it really easy to get in. In fact, that's really easy. So I don't have to do anything. Very simple. So, obviously all bubble wrapped. Got Pete as well, individually bubble wrapped. Brilliant. The mark of a professional. We'll probably reveal some of the games here as well. Now, this one as well, I'll show this one. I've actually got it on the American PlayStation, but I wanted the PAL version again because of nostalgia, and I've got a gameplay of it on my video too. So, right, so there's 4 games altogether. Let's get these to one side, get them all together. Alright, so we'll do the first one. This is the one which I've got a gameplay of on my channel. You can probably see it through there. Maybe not. It is a really good, underrated game. Can't believe how well these are packed, Pete. This is ridiculous. It's like Christmas. Christmas come a little bit early, although I paid for it, so I bought myself some presents. But yeah, so this one is Motorhead on the PlayStation. Again, typical PAL spines there. So kind of a futuristic racing game. Like I say, probably for the 10th time now, there's a gameplay video. And in fact, I'll put it in the description box. You can check it out if you're that way inclined. Yeah, just it holds up really well. It looks good. I remember buying this in probably, was it 98, 97, 98? Yeah, it came out in 1998. But I remember where I was when I got it. I was in game. And I think I had like 50 quid, 40 quid to burn. It says pre-owned 7.97, but obviously that's kind of a recent price. I had 40, 50 quid to burn, and I was looking for a game to buy, and this one just stuck out. I thought it sounded kind of cool. I liked the cover. It just looked futuristic when you turn around. Again, you're not going to be able to tell. I doubt it anyway. But yeah, I thought it looked really good, and I took a punt, 40 quid, and it's brilliant. I really like it. You can probably pick it up for 2 or 3 quid. I think this was £3.50, including shipping, to get sent to Pete. So yeah, which is an absolute bargain, £3.50, and that was a buy it now. So really, if you just wait, you'd probably get it for £1 or £2 or something like that. So really, really cheap. Next one up is a game. I used to have this one too. Bit of a common theme here with all of these. And this one's on the Dreamcast. Again, it's PAL. They're all PAL. And it's Power Stone. Like I say, on the Sega Dreamcast. A really good game made by Capcom. It's sort of an arcade fighter as such. Yeah, just a really good game. I don't think I'll be doing a gameplay video anytime soon, but you probably know what the game is. If not, you can obviously just have a search for it. And you're probably aware of it. It's a really good game. The sequel as well is fantastic. Or at least I like it. And again, I just really like the spines. Really simple. Much like the PS1 PAL ones. Like you've never seen those before. Simple, but effective. I really like that. Speaking of simple, but very effective. Some may say very bland, actually, this one. This is another spine which I think you either love or hate this. It's a very Marmite kind of situation. Front cover's brilliant, but the spine, yeah, it's a PS2 game. But the game, Star Wars Battlefront 2, and this looks as if it's kind of in mint condition. I mean, they're all excellent, really. There's no problems at all with these, but this one looks as if it's almost literally brand new. So yeah, Star Wars Battlefront 2, loved the first one, big Star Wars fan. The second one's fantastic. 10 out of 10 on the PS2, apparently. I had it on the PS2, but I also had it on the Xbox as well, the original Xbox. I guess the original Xbox One, before they renamed the latest one Xbox One. Whatever that logic was about. And then last but not least, this was the most expensive one. In fact, price-wise, I think this was £5 buy it now, or £4.95, something like that. Which I was happy to do, no shipping, free shipping. This one I think was around about 8, 9, possibly 10 quid including shipping. But again, very pleased to get that one. And like I say, I remember that one being £3.50. That was an absolute steal. In fact, they're all a steal. This one was more expensive, I think. I mean, I could always double check if I'm that bothered or if you're that bothered. But I think it was around about 20 quid, £22 maybe including shipping. Still got a cold. I don't know if anyone else gets it, but you know, it's one of those colds which kind of, you get it, and then you get rid of it, but it lingers. You think you've got rid of it, but you haven't, and it sticks around for like 2 or 3 weeks of coughing. It's almost like a mild form of bronchitis. And I've been getting it for years, like since I was a kid. Really, it just lingers. It's really annoying. So that's that. Anyway, so this game I really wanted to get back. A slight damage, but even then, that's if you're being really fussy. And I'm not bothered about this at all. I expected this. It looks absolutely fine. In fact, it's not. I'm making a mountain out of a molehill there. But anyway, it's Banjo and Kazooie for the N64. And once again, PAL, of course. Now, for anyone, I've said this before, but you're going to start seeing a lot more PAL games on my channel. Nostalgia, retro ones. And just because I'm a nostalgic person, but just, I want to say it again, just in case maybe it's new subscribers, or maybe you just want to hear the same story again. Maybe you're one of those people who doesn't mind. But basically, when I buy retro games for the N64, PS1, Dreamcast, PS2, Amiga, ST, SNES, whatever it may be, yes, I buy them to play them eventually. I'm not going to play all these tonight, you know, when I get the time, of course. So, obviously, I buy them to play them. But really, if I'm being honest, I get much more, or as equal anyway, a kick, a nostalgia kick, just having them, just knowing I've got them, just maybe put them on my shelf and picking them up, looking at them, looking at the back, maybe taking the cart out. I know it sounds a bit weird and geeky now, isn't it? But just looking at them, just knowing that I've got them, and when I look at the front covers and the spines, it just, all those memories that it kind of evokes of nostalgia, reminds me of certain people and places and times and years and whatever I was doing. Maybe I was working a particular job, or I was at school, or whatever it was. And I just like that, being a nostalgic person. So yes, of course, I do buy it for the games, but really, probably I buy it more for the nostalgia of just having them. Now, to some, that's a waste of money. I hear people say that a lot. It's just an ornament, waste of money. Well, maybe to those people it is a waste of money, but not to everyone. We're all different, right? We all like different things. As was proved by Pete Snestastic today, because I haven't watched it yet. I don't know if I should mention it. I'm going to mention it anyway. It'd be hard to back out of it now. I've started to finish, as Magnus Magnuson would say on Mastermind. But I've not watched the vid. I will watch it, of course. But I noticed today Pete uploaded his Britney Spears vid, and I couldn't believe my eyes. Not when I saw the vid. I mean, yeah, he likes Britney Spears. What's wrong with that? We all like, different kinds of music and stuff. No problem whatsoever. But I couldn't believe my eyes when I initially clicked on the vid, because again, me and Pete were talking on Twitter, and he said it had a few dislikes. I think a few is an understatement. I think I've never seen anything like it in my life, which I know people maybe are just being a bit funny, but I thought it was a little bit kind of, I don't know, a little bit uncalled for. I don't know, the whole thumb down thing, maybe that's an argument for another day. Obviously, people are entitled to do it. Probably going to get a load for bloody saying this now. But yeah, I just thought it was a little bit ridiculous. We all like different things. I mean, where do you draw the line? If someone does an N64 collection or shows off some games that they really like, did you thumb it down? Why would you do that? It's just really silly and unnecessary, I feel. So I couldn't believe it when I saw the amount of thumbs down that it got. It must be a record. But, Pete's very laid back. It's not gonna bother him, and maybe people were just doing it for a laugh. Maybe there's no malicious intent behind it. Maybe it's just a bit of fun. I don't know. But anyway, so I'll give that a watch in a few minutes. More importantly, or for me, I guess selfishly more importantly, I've got these 4 games, and put them around the right way. I'm really pleased to get them. So it's only 4. Like I say, should have been 5, but really pleased. They're all, for me, stellar titles, ones which evoke memories and nostalgia just by looking at the names on the side of the cases, looking at the cases, the box art, etc., etc. So when I actually play them, I guess it's going to be a massive nostalgic kick. Now, I do have some more games which I bought recently, so I'm going to do a separate pickup vid for that. This is kind of a bit of an impromptu vid, I guess, because I didn't know the package was going to arrive today. In fact, I think Pete only sent it on Monday, and today's Wednesday afternoon. It's got here already. It's absolutely ridiculous. So, so I'll save that vid for maybe, I don't know, it could be tomorrow, it could be next week, or whenever. Anyway, until then, thanks for watching. See you later.